sat down, literally, I was just asking a question.
Pearl or Austin, one of y'all take over on this
Well,
one.
you said why has it turned into a misogynist ideal?
Hmm.
So you think it's misogynist?
From what I'm aware of and from what I've seen so far.
Okay.
Clips, what's on?
Yeah,
I
some
guess
of the-
really
Yeah.
what's on there.
Some of the clips I've seen
Can I have an example?
reeked of misogyny.
Can I have an example?
Mhm.
Just putting the fat comment the other day, that was inappropriate. I don't know why we made that comment or how we thought that was okay.
What was
to
the
Which
say.
comment?
comment?
If you're over this amount of weight, no man's ever gonna love you.
How is that misogynist?
What's a realistic comment?
That would be fattest, maybe.
How's that
Are
a
you talking
realist
about
comment,
me?
though?
What was the
I don't
weight?
know. I just saw clips. I haven't tuned in live yet.
Okay, I
but-
didn't say no man's ever gonna love you.
Okay.
What
did you say?
I said no
it
one.
was rude either way.
I said no one looks good over 300 pounds.
And that's a personal opinion.
Yeah, but it's rooted in data. Like if you look at
How is a personal opinion rooted in data?
because we're talking about general opinions on the world and the way that the world views you. So if you look at dating app data, fat girls get less swipes.
Well,
Okay.
okay, but that's your personal experience.
No,
Well, that's not
no,
hers. That's the data's experience.
Yeah.
But okay, but
Data
the
from
data.
what?
But this is apparently
app.
skewed
Dating
data.
apps.
The app? What app? Bumble, Hinge?
I don't know,
whatever
but
Any
we're
of them.
Tinder?
Yeah,
Can I
there's
say
a list
something?
of
No, but
apps.
see, but now that's
Yeah,
generalizing.
I'll list apps if you don't know.
And
Well,
and
list
so
them,
and
and
I'll give
I'd
you I'll
agree
give you
that
the
it's all of
I'll
them.
give you the context of the conversation. Like a lot of times as women, like we don't live in reality, and I don't really understand why. Like in general, in society, thin people get more attention. Thin people tend to be better looking. I'm not the skinniest girl around, but I can say that girls that
Maybe
are
in a
thinner than me-
Western
I can
society.
hold on
Ten-
real quick. I can also say having all friends who have they're beautiful, have the best bodies,
Mhm,
you know, are fit.
mhm.
When we go out, I talk about this all the time. It's
Mhm.
usually I would be like, because all of them are really like usually most of my friends are Hispanic.
Mhm.
I had to talk to
Usually.
myself and be like, dang, maybe it's like
What'd you
because
say?
I'm black
Usually.
and they're Hispanic, you know, like maybe that's why they get chosen. But really, it's because, like you said, if you appear more fit,
Mhm.
that's just kind of what guys want.
Mhm.
Personally, I don't go for I go for a guy who looks more fit and like, you know, health wise.
And that's all personal opinion, baby.
No,
Look
but
at that.
I'm just saying in Dallas, when we go out to the club and stuff, guys aren't going for me. Like they're going for my friend who's more fit, like, you know, more up with that's just
And that might be
my
an issue
truth.
with men.
I also now want to
But why-
also
but
give
see,
my
but-
personal
but
experience
why
here.
are you shaming men for their standards? Because this is the thing. This is like a common shaming.
I'm not
topic.
shaming.
Like
I
because you
just
said that's
disagree.
that's,
I'm
that's
gonna
an issue
piggy-
with that's an issue with men. That's what you said.
I'm gonna
And so you're
piggyback off
I'm
of
not
her.
immediately-
shaming them. I just disagree. with them.
Because you're saying that that's an issue with men. That is shaming. That's shaming language.
Okay.
And so you're basically
Well-
when men say this is my standard, and then you say, oh well, it's an issue with men, and it's
Didn't
not.
you just shame someone for making a comment of like, oh, if you're a fat girl, not gonna get swipes? Isn't that shaming?
No, it's not shaming.
Isn't
It's
that
based on
fatphobia?
it's based on data. It's based on what
Okay.
men tend
well,
to like.
The data
And
seems a
so
little
and the other thing that
inaccurate.
we took out of context in the
Do
conversation
any of y'all
is
like
that
fat?
Do you?
Okay.
I'm not shaming fat people, but would you like to be fat yourself?
No.
I mean, I take care of myself.
Would
if
you
I-
like to? Yes or no?
Would you like to be fat?
No,
I don't
would
mind
you
it.
like
It
to-
Yes
depends
or
on the
no?
context.
Yeah, I'll
No,
be
in the
fat.
context,
That's a
she's
yes.
asking you.
Yeah, I'll be fat.
Yes or no?
But nobody
Yes.
wants.
You
to
would
be
like
fat.
to be fat?
Yeah.
Yes.
You would like to?
No.
Yeah,
Or-
that's
or
how
you
God
wouldn't
If
mind.
she's
created me.
happy,
So that's
If
all
she's happy.
all
But
she's
he said,
saying
"Are
is
you
on a
happy?"
balance.
One heart attack away from death.
All she's
And you're
saying.
close to
That
heart
doesn't-
attack too.
I'm not.
Weight does
Where's
not
the
determine
facts
if
on
you're
that?
gonna have a
Okay,
heart
well,
attack or
let's
not.
let him
Here,
finish.
clear the mics
I
really
was an
quick.
EMT. Thanks though.
All she's saying is on a balance of probabilities, men would rather go with the more fit woman than the bigger woman.
okay,
It's-
excuse
Define
me.
that's
fit.
that's
Excuse me.
not.
Okay,
that-
can
I
you-
need
we
to
know
speak.
what-
I need to
We
speak
know
now.
what fit means.
No, everyone's
we
definition of
we
fit
know
is different.
no.
Let me say
no,
something. We
the-
need to wait our turns.
No.
That's what I was gonna say.
the-
First of all, I was invited onto this podcast as a guest to share my opinion. Let me share my experience
She's
and
gonna
my opinion on
piggyback on
something.
me.
Okay, yes.
What? You were talking,
Initially,
right?
Yeah, I
okay.
was
So
talking.
Yeah,
I
never got
lived
to
in
finish.
Egypt.
I never.
I
got to
lived in
finish.
Egypt for 4 years. All right. In the Middle Eastern culture, women that are bigger, okay, are actually desired over there. All right. So we are right now talking about our Western experience
Correct.
of beauty standards.
That's where we at.
Yes.
We are currently here, but we are now also generalizing the whole world about saying that, oh, only thin women get attention.
But-
That's not true across the world in a
we're-
general sense.
Nothing's
Excuse me, I'm
true.
not done.
You
So
cut me
when,
off as well.
okay.
Nothing's true across the world.
This is not a fair debate.
Yeah. You,
All right.
You've
So
cut me
in
off
my
multiple times.
experience, when I was living over there, the men actually desire a woman that is bigger because that means that they're being fed, they're being taken care of. That is a woman that is of the household that knows to take care of her family.
But
Well,
this
sound
is-
like she
but
got a
this is-
man
Now
already.
I'm done.
But this is the thing when
Oh.
you're looking for the exception and not the rule, and this is what women always do. Whenever we don't like an uncomfortable truth about the world, we say, well, in this one remote part of the world, there's an exception rather than the rule.
Okay.
But in most countries across the board, people prefer thinner women.
In your experience in the Western society. Now
No,
you're but
no,
you're
actually,
generalizing. Right now
actually-
you're generalizing.
So actually, no, that's not necessarily true. I grew up like traveling to different countries. I've lived in Germany. I've
Mhm.
been to India. I live in England right now.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty cultured. I grew up with nannies from across the world. I grew up
Mhm.
with Russian nannies, South African nannies, Brazilian nannies.
Mhm.
It was the same. So yeah.
So
Well,
back to what
Yeah.
stemmed this whole conversation. You labeled it misogynist, and then you went and said, well, that's kind of sucks. Well, that doesn't feel right. This is all feelings. You haven't told us why
Well-
it's misogynist, because we can flip the script, and the same thing is true with men as well. So it's not like we're attacking women. This holds true for men and women. You're just labeling it as misogynist because you don't like the way that it feels towards you.
Well, fat phobia, that comment just kind of threw me off. To be honest, I've only watched clips of this podcast, but the clips that I have seen in regards to dating have been misogynistic.
well, I want to ask you a question. You said the bigger women are more desired by men in Egypt.
Mhm.
Why again? You said because they're being fed, right?
Because that means that they're coming from a household that they're being taken care of.
Who's taking care of them?
Typically a man.
So what man wants a woman that already has a man? I don't wake up in the morning and say, I want a woman that is already married and being fed.
He's
be
basically saying
surprised.
I think
why
I
are
want a
you
single woman. Yeah.
So you're saying why are we comparing
No.
single women that are bigger getting
Well, I just
chosen?
think
So-
that
No,
made
no,
too
I'm
much
saying-
sense.
I'm not trying. Yeah, I know I'm just saying. So you're saying like, why are we comparing ourselves to married women if we're we're in a culture right now we're single?
Well, that's like me
So,
saying
you
I'm
know, the
attracted
dating
to
pool.
women that have wedding rings as opposed to the ones that don't.
Okay.
Like I said,
So-
well, being in that position and being around my friends who get chosen over thicker women, really it just motivates me to get in the gym. So I feel like it's like
That's the
I'm
crazy
like,
thing
dang.
is weight you can change. Like you
Mhm.
can
It is
change
changeable.
that
That's true.
shit.
Mhm.
Nobody's saying that bigger women are just worthless. What they're saying is on a balance of probabilities. If you look at X woman that's fit, and we're going based off of the doctor's definition, we can't say there's no definition. If we go and look at statistics, we can say what falls in what range. There's a full range of weights. So
I was
if you-
just
You know,
asking.
wait, can I just get just a general from the men? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you guys prefer thinner or fat? So would you rather a girl that's 120 or 300 pounds?
120.
Just curious.
It's
120
120 for me.
120 or 300?
120.
120 or 300?
120. I'm in the
What
gym.
about you guys? 120 or 300?
120.
120. Man, speak for yourself.
Do you like
Okay.
fit or y'all like fit women, like skinnier women? Because I feel like there's a difference between thick and fat, like thick and overweight. You know,
Well,
like there's women who just carry more weight, and they're still fit. They still work out. So it's like, are y'all just saying, period, women who are overweight, women that's what y'all don't like? You don't like women who's like just way past coming back, if that makes sense. Like she's kind of like you said, y'all are referring to a 300-pound woman, but not every bigger woman's 300 pounds.
I
you
don't
know,
like borderline fat though.
okay.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
weighs more than me, but I'm a skinny guy, so
Yeah.
that's easy to.
Me personally,
easy to
she's
do.
got to be in the gym. So I don't like the twigs per se, and I don't like the larger women.
Yeah,
I kind of
same.
like, we're both in the gym. We probably like women that are in the gym.
Also, muscle weighs more than fat. So if you say, "Oh, I don't want a woman who's over 200,"
Yeah, but we
she
said
could be
300.
bulked
Well, okay,
out.
well we're
and-
talking about the
'Cause you-
flabs and all that.
No, I mean, you brought up the clip, and in the clip I said 300 that you said was fat phobic. And
Yeah.
that's
It's a
no,
little.
at
I think-
300 pounds,
Scared.
it's muscle.
Phobia means
I mean, I
scared.
don't know. You're just throwing out random numbers and seeing what
What is she scared of?
sticks. And so,
No,
like,
I
beauty
used the
is
number that you
subjective.
gave.
Yeah.
beauty is
Well, we're in the
Right.
United
Beauty-
States, so let's stick to this country.